Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to discuss the beta that just came out Thursday. If you pre-ordered the game, if you didn't, you have been playing since Saturday. I'm recording this Saturday night. So I've had about 3-4 days of playing the beta, so I want to give you my thoughts. First off, this gameplay is not how I play now. This was recorded the first day of playing, and I was playing super passive because of how fast you die in the game, which we'll talk about later. But now I'll have more gameplay later on next week showing you how I play now. I play more fast paced and I'm more adept to the game. So let's get into just how the game feels and everything like that. It feels great. It feels so different. It doesn't feel like any other Call of Duty. Like Black Ops all kind of have the same feeling and stuff. Like Treyarch has a feeling. This feels way different than Infinite Warfare, which was Infinity Ward's last game. And it's really, really punishing for a lot of the animations. Everything's slowed down. So aiming down sights is huge in this game. So there's a bunch of attachments that reduce the, increase the time that it takes for you to ADS. So I don't use those because I've noticed that impacts my gameplay so much more. So ADSing is huge in this game. Camping is also huge in this game. I've run into more campers than I have ever before in a Call of Duty game. And at first it sucked, but then you kind of learn where the camping spots are, and then in general, everyone's playing slower, so you can take on those campers more. So the game modes they've given us, TDM, Domination, Cyber Attack, and then you have Domination and Headquarters, and then Headquarters, Domination and Headquarters are 20-player modes, so they have the normal modes and then 20-player modes. Cyber Attack, which is like Search and Destroy, and then you have Gunfight. And so the first few days Gunfight was normal, and then I believe Friday night or Saturday they added Ground War, which is 32v32, and that's great. It's super fun to play. It's super chaotic, so don't go into it expecting like a slow-paced game. It's more chaotic than Battlefield. There's helicopters, there's tanks, there's all that stuff. So if you want to try out that mode, that's cool. If you're a Battlefield player, this is probably the mode for you. If you've always wanted to get into Call of Duty, this is probably the best mode to do that. You're going to be right at home. And the map that we played on, it's only one map for Ground War. It's fun. There's choke points where everyone sits, like at the C flag and B flag. So you're always knowing where the action is. But I will say what sucks about a lot of these maps now is there's a lot of verticality, which most of the time people would say, well, isn't that better? Well, most of the time, yes, but now it's getting quite annoying to where when I'm capping a flag, I have to worry about 5 different ways somebody can attack me. And when you die so quick, it's hard to take on one person and then look to your left to kill another person. So a lot of the like Azir Caves and Graznia Falls or Graznia whatever center, there's just too many ways to die from. But I'm not going to knock the game for that. They're trying to make it more realistic, so cool, whatever. So let's talk about the guns. In this beta, there was clear weapons to use, like the M4, which is probably the best AR. You have the MP5, which is most certainly the best SMG. M4 is the best gun of the game, though. You can use it as an SMG. You can rush with it. You can post up with it, whatever you want to do. After that, the MP7's okay, and I've messed with the AX50, which is the sniper, and it was fun. I played with that in Cyber Attack, so that was fun. But other than that, all the other guns, I don't know. It's hard for me to really say anything about them because I just haven't used them that much. I've used the R32. I've used the AK, which has so much recoil, it's not even funny. But in general, the guns are pretty good. The attachments for the guns are cool. They all have pros and cons. Some of them don't have cons, but they don't do that much in a pro category. So for me, when I use, like, let's say the MP5, I'm going to use stuff that's going to make me not slower ADSing and then movement speed. So I've been using pistol grips, all that. And for each gun, you have like 5 attachment slots. So you have a perk that you can use. You have stocks, grips, extended mags, lasers, and more, and sights, of course. Sights are interesting. So for the M4, I think everyone runs the first sight. That's probably the sight you want to run because it doesn't have the amount of cons as the other ones. After that, I've used the hollow sight for the M4 for a while, and it was okay, but the reflex sight is just better overall. The maps are interesting. Azir Caves, I hated it when I first started playing it. That's because I was just rushing caves and doing all of that, so I wasn't really playing smartly. Now that I'm playing it more, I've been playing more cyber attack, so that's how I've been learning to slow down the pace, because I'm playing it like search and destroy like I do in all the other games. So I'm just adapting that to stuff like Dom and headquarters and other game modes. So cyber attack has really helped in that case. But Azir Caves, I've been playing a lot of on cyber attack, and the map just flows better like that. The other maps are kind of forgettable. There's no clear standout map of like, this is the best map. And so far, the maps that we've played in the beta are kind of mediocre at best. Hopefully we see more, I guess, better maps in the future. There's nothing really wrong with them. It's just, I think on Grasnia, there's this whole left side, or what, depends on which side you are on. There's this whole open field. And so that basically is not used by players, because why would I go in this open field when somebody can just shoot me and you die so fast? Speaking of dying so fast, it is insane how fast you die. I get they're going for more of a realistic game, but that doesn't really translate to a good multiplayer game. I've gotten used to it now, but the first few days it was really tough. It's hard to take on two people. So in Black Ops 4, it was hard to take on two people because of how much health you had. So this is just the complete opposite. You basically die in 3 to 4 bullets, which it doesn't sound that bad, but when you play the game, you realize how fast you're dying and how fast the guns are firing. So me, I think there needs to be a health buff for players. I don't want to stress out so bad about walking across the street. There's a clip in this gameplay you'll see where I kill a guy with an MP7 far range, and I shouldn't be able to do that from that far and get the kill. But I've played multiple games of cyber attack where I'm sniping and I'm across the map and I'm getting lasered by an M4 and I'm dead in 3 shots. And I just don't think that's right. I just don't want to die that fast. And it gets quite annoying, because I think it's easier now to go on death streaks than ever before. Domination, headquarters, and these objective type game modes expect a lot of deaths. I think overall KDs are going to go down a lot, which sucks, because obviously KD means everything. But, you know, let's move on in 2v2. 2v2, I've had a ball with me and my friend David been playing it, and we're currently 7-0 playing it. But they have the new mode where you run and you pick up your weapons, and PS4 players got to play this, but I really enjoy that mode. I don't know how much I'll play it like when the actual game comes out, but it's something to kind of just chill with, and it's more slower pace. So if you want to take a break from multiplayer and those big game modes, you can, in, you know, a 4-player lobby. Overall, if I had to rate the beta, I would give it like an 8 out of 10. The gunplay is fantastic. They really don't have to change anything with that. Just make it to where I don't die by getting sneezed on. So that's the video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. The Gears of War series will be finishing next week. I'm going to fill in with Borderlands and Call of Duty beta until Destiny comes out. Well, the Destiny DLC. When Destiny DLC comes out, that basically the whole month, and then Call of Duty comes out, and then we'll do our Star Wars series when that comes out in November. So that's all the content coming so far. I want some movie videos to come out. I'm still working on them. I have about 5 videos that I'm currently working on for that stuff. So just make sure to stay tuned to the channel. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.